Welcome back, Dreadheads, to the
Oh,
Walking Dread podcast.
hi.
Your daily dose of spooky stories and
Uh-huh.
nightmares and ancient curses,
Yeah.
and all delivered with a side of spine-tingling fun.
Right.
I'm Adrian, your guide into the shadows.
And I'm Julia here to, kind of shed some light on
Yeah.
the darker corners of history and the human psyche,
Yeah.
because sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones that we create ourselves.
Oh, absolutely. So speaking of monsters, tonight's tale takes us deep into the heart of a cursed gold mine, known as the Devil's Vein.
Ooh.
Tough times, desperate people, and the allure of striking it rich. It's the perfect recipe for a chilling descent into darkness.
Greed and desperation have always made fertile ground for legends and superstitions. Throughout history, places like mines, caves, and shipwrecks have often become associated with curses, almost as if people project their anxieties onto these dangerous and unpredictable environments.
It's like the unknown becomes a canvas for our deepest fears. And in this story, our protagonist, Pete, he starts as a skeptic, a guy who scoffs at the idea of a cursed mine. But then disaster strikes, a tremor, a collapse, and he's trapped underground with 4 other miners,
Wow.
facing a slow and terrifying death.
Claustrophobia is a primal fear, and being trapped in that kind of situation would be a psychological pressure cooker. Studies have shown that in extreme situations, the human mind can cling to irrational beliefs as a coping mechanism, almost as if the mind tries to bargain its way out of danger, even if it means making deals with imaginary entities.
And that's when the whispers start.
Oh.
A voice in the darkness promising escape, offering a way out for a price.
Oh, no.
A finger here, a toe there. The source material describes it as this insidious, creeping dread, slowly worming its way into their minds.
This idea of making bargains in moments of desperation is a recurring theme in folklore, particularly in tales about the devil or demonic figures. But what's really interesting is how it reflects our own internal struggles. Are we driven purely by survival instincts, or is there a part of us that's tempted by these dark offers? A part of us that craves power or escape, even at a terrible cost?
And that's the question that hangs over the whole story. One of the miners, old Sam, he clings to his Bible,
Yeah.
believing his faith will protect him. But Pete, our protagonist, he starts to listen to the whispers,
Oh.
his skepticism crumbling under the weight of his terror.
Sam's fate is a tragic one, and it highlights this constant tension between faith and desperation, between hope and the darkness that can consume us when we're pushed to our limits. It makes you wonder, is faith a shield, or is it simply another form of bargaining, a plea for a higher power to intervene?
And then as the situation grows even more desperate, another cave-in. Sam is killed, instantly crushed under the falling rock. And that's when the voice speaks directly to Pete, telling him that the price has been paid, he's free to go, and his reward awaits him outside.
The classic Faustian bargain, a deal with the devil for worldly gain. It's a story that's been told and retold for centuries, and it speaks to something deep within the human psyche, this desire for power, for wealth, for a shortcut to happiness, even if it means sacrificing our morals or putting our souls at risk.
And Pete, blinded by fear and hope, crawls through the rubble, emerges into the sunlight, and finds the ground glittering with what appears to be gold nuggets.
Oh my goodness.
He's escaped with his life and a fortune. But here's the twist.
What?
It's fool's gold,
Oh,
worthless pyrite. And the real curse isn't the fake treasure. It's the psychological torment that follows him for the rest of his days.
the story's ending is brilliant because it subverts our expectations. The real horror isn't the supernatural entity, but the lasting psychological damage of the choices Pete made. It's the guilt, the paranoia, the whispers that continue to haunt him, even after he escapes the mine. This speaks to the real-world consequences of greed and desperation, the emptiness and isolation that often accompany ill-gotten gains.
So he gets exactly what he bargained for, but at a price far greater than he could have imagined. But the legend doesn't end there. Locals say that the spirit still lurks in the abandoned mine. The whispers still echo in the darkness, waiting to ensnare a new victim, to offer another tempting, deadly bargain.
And that leaves us with a chilling question. What would any of us do in that situation, faced with those choices? Trapped between faith and despair. Is there a part of us, a vein of darkness, that would be tempted to listen to those whispers, to make that deal even knowing the potential cost?
Gives me the creeps just thinking about it. And on that note, Dreadheads, be sure to rate and follow the Walking Dread podcast for more chilling tales that'll keep you up at night. Until next time, sleep tight and try not to let the whispers get to you.
Ooh.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.